So there's a couple more things that I want to do inside this macro. One, when we import the data in, right, we go grab the text file, we copy the data, we go back to the original workbook, we create a new worksheet, we paste the content in. When we create the new worksheet and paste the content in, I also want to rename the worksheet based on the file, the text file that we just imported in. Okay? That's one thing that I want to do. Number two, when we paste the content in, we're continually getting that prompt that comes up and says, hey, you're about to close this workbook and you got a large set of data that's still on the clipboard. Do you want to keep that? Well, I have to sit there and hit no or yes every time I run this macro, and multiple times, right? Depending on how many text files we're importing in. So I want to get rid of that. We're going to rename the worksheets and clear the clipboard. Okay? 2 little lines, simple lines of code, but take a look. This is how you do it. So back inside of our Visual Basic, we're going to get right down where we were at earlier. Here we got the workbooks 1. We just added the worksheet. We're now pasting the content in. Now before we close it, we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to rename the sheet. So I'm going to say active sheet dot name, and I want to make this equal to whichever of the current text files we have open. And that current text file is being stored inside of the variable called text file. So I'm just going to say text file dot name. That's it. So this will rename the sheet that we just pasted to based on the name of the text file that we opened up. That's one thing I want to do. Next step, I want to get rid of that annoying prompt about the clipboard. We always got to hit yes or no if you want to keep the clipboard contents. So I'm just going to clear the clipboard. We're going to get into the application. No, it's not capitalized. That's fine. Application. That's Excel, right? This is the top level object. And we're going to get into the cut copy mode. And we're going to make it equal to false. Let's make sure that's false. False. There we have it. So we're doing 2 things. We're renaming the worksheet based on the file that we're importing from, and we're turning off the cut copy mode. Get rid of the marching ants, clear out the clipboard, and I don't even want to worry about that anymore. Okay? So now we won't get the prompt. Let's try this out. Really simple, 2 little lines. I'm going to close my Visual Basic window. And I've already got the previous sheets. Yep, no big deal. Let's just run this again. Back to View, Macros, View Macros. And I'll run my import text file macro. Let's just grab 1. Let's grab 2 just for fun. Let's grab May and March, and I'll hit open. Look at that, no prompt. It didn't prompt me anymore, it did it. There's my May file and my March file. Really simple. Rename the worksheets based on the open text file and clear the copy cut mode of the application itself. But it makes it more flexible once again, more dynamic, more accessible for our users. Just do the work for them, right? I mean, that's what you're automating here. Try this out. Let's get those 2 little lines, simple little lines of code inside of your procedure here.